Hi guys, and welcome to episode 8 of the Pestily Pod. No, what is it?
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 8 of the Neighbours podcast.
The Neighbours podcast.
This is your host,
Michael,
and I am Pestily.
aka Paul,
aka
Captain Tugboat.
He's Captain Tugboat.
I'm Captain Tugboat. And we'd do ourselves a displeasure if we didn't start off with the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only
2,
Neighbours
3,
Podcast.
4.
It's a Neighbours Podcast. It's a Neighbours Podcast. It's a Neighbours Podcast. It's a Neighbour Podcast.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Now that we've not been displeased,
We actually didn't pick a time to say the intro in the last one.
no.
We also missed out on one other thing in the last one.
What was the last one?
About commenting about the comments on the first one.
You know what? We did. And I feel like I've now displeasured myself.
You have displeasured.
No, please go back to the first. If you guys want to see me dye all of my hair, bar my eyebrows, blonde,
By the end of the year, we have to get to 10,000.
by episode 52, 10,000 comments.
Yeah. On the first podcast.
Yeah, on the very first podcast. And listen to it. It was a lot of fun, the first podcast as well.
Yeah, we actually had good things to talk about.
No, but this is the first time we've been together
Since
the birth.
birthing.
Since the birthing.
It is.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. Stoll. I'm so excited for the
We
beer.
hugged. If you're listening on Spotify,
He even leaned.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, he leaned in for a hug. He never goes for hugs.
Yeah.
You're much huggier now.
Yeah, I have presents.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this is like when you had a baby.
Yeah, I thought I should get you something.
Did you buy the exact same shirt I bought you?
No.
Oh,
Okay. So I was like, what is important to Michael? What is more important than his kids and
sex,
family?
drugs, and alcohol. Rock and roll. Sorry, what's the phrase?
What is more important than your kids and family
Yeah, sex,
to you?
rock and roll, and drugs.
No.
Okay.
It's the Geelong Football Club.
Oh, it is. Yes. Yes. For those of you who are not watching, I'm very hyped up.
This is not a sports podcast.
No, it's not a sports podcast. The last time we did it, we all know our team won for the year, the playoffs, or whatever you Americans call them, or the German playoffs, or the Japanese. Of the three countries I've used lately.
So if you're in America, you might have actually seen it. It trended.
Yes,
It's
did.
trended.
It did because of Joel Selwood.
The captain of the Geelong Football Club, there was the water boy.
Yeah, Sammy
Is
Morfitt.
it Down syndrome?
He does have Down syndrome, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's our. Do you know much about Sammy Morfitt?
Not really.
So he's basically the spiritual leader. He's the team leader. He's the water boy, but he's the trainer's trainer. And he often does speeches before the games as well to rev up the boys, and it's so good.
Yeah.
He's like, just stick it to those boys. Like, it's great.
But he was in the crowd, and the captain Joel Selwood.
Yep.
He got him out of the crowd and onto the field.
Yeah, to go around and celebrate with all the
Yeah.
players. And he even rang his mum and said, we'll get him home, but he's going to be with us for the next few days.
Yeah,
And he's been at every
he-
celebration with them.
He was with Jeremy Cameron.
Yep.
Gave him his
Medal.
medal.
Yeah. So,
And Jeremy Cameron also trended
yes, he did.
because his premiership medal he put on his cow,
Yes, he did.
and the cow ran off into the field
It did. Oh, it's great.
at 5 a.m.
That's your boy, Blue.
That's my boy.
Yes.
So anyway,
Moving on.
I got you a present.
You got me a present. Oh, I'm very excited. I do love Geelong. Oh, it's premiership stuff.
Yeah,
How did they have it out already?
they literally have it there at the end of the game.
But how do they know who was going to win?
They have both. For the losing team, you're going to hear a lot of rustling. So I thought these are for you.
Well, why don't we have one each?
I've got some for me too.
Okay, cool.
Oh, they were the last 4 I got. There's 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
And then I thought, because you might want the hat for yourself
I'll
or
be
your
wearing
children.
this. I said to Kira I needed to get a hat for this year.
Yeah, so now you have the premiership hat.
I now have a hat. This is amazing. Thank you.
No worries.
Oh, and that was great. Oh, wow. This is all. I've got these.
They were there immediately after the game. I had to line up for about an hour.
You lined up for me.
Yep.
Or you?
No, for you.
Oh, that was amazing.
I was like, I wanted to get you something. You know what I was actually going to do?
What?
You know how, at the sport, in an AFL sometimes they have, these head cutouts of people?
Yep.
Of the players. I was actually going to make one of you, but I thought about it too late. And I
What,
was like,
to hold up at the
yeah,
game?
so when someone gets a goal, instead of it being the person that gets the goal, it's going to have your head there and hope we get on camera. But anyway, I didn't do it.
We should do that at a game next time of our heads. Just hold them up.
So yeah,
Thank you. I very much. This is actually like all I ever get for my birthdays and Christmases and Father's Day is Geelong paraphernalia, and I love it.
Yeah, well.
Like, I don't want anything else.
Yeah, see, I thought this would be a fitting present for a new father.
Yes, and for our next tasting video, which hasn't come out yet, we should use these.
Right.
Well, actually, no. The next video will be the beer video next week.
It goes out on the 10th. There's a video before that.
Oh, really? What?
I think it's the one where
Sad?
the sad one.
Sad video.
Sad
nice. Nice. And how fitting.
Yes. So when this podcast goes live, the most recent video would have been, there was the meme video.
Yes, I enjoyed the meme video.
And then after that, and that was the video explaining that the gaming content is going to be mostly on the Pestily TV channel, which is going to get renamed Pestily Gaming after I finish my America trip.
And how was the response?
I don't know. I'll stop reading the comments.
Plain going.
They won't be able to hear that. And then the main channel is just going to be the highly produced Pestily IRL content.
Yeah, I love that you keep saying highly produced because
Yes.
I get very worried with that term because sometimes it's not very highly produced.
No, it's extremely highly produced.
It's extremely highly produced.
Yes. So all the funny stuff will be on the main channel.
Yes.
Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So then the video we got coming out will be the sad video.
Yes.
All the video that just went live would be the sad video.
It will be. What days are we doing live videos now?
Mondays for us.
Why did we brought it out on a Tuesday? The meme video.
Yeah, because let's not talk about that.
Okay. I've been away for 2 weeks on paternity leave.
Paternity. I thought it was maternity, but it was paternity.
No, it is paternity. Maternity leave is what my wife would take.
Yes, and you taking paternity.
I have taken paternity because
Parental leave.
That's right.
So yeah.
No, it's very good to be back. We missed each other a lot. You could tell. I gave him a big hug this morning while he was on stream. Remember?
did.
I walked in and you said I was cold.
You were cold.
And it was very cold walking from your shed to your
House.
Yeah,
I was like, we finish each other's sentences now.
we do. And I walked into your house and I was expecting to see Lindsay, your dog, and it wasn't your dog.
Yeah.
I was like, Lindsay, you've changed colour. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, you've got a different dog and Lindsay's somewhere else.
She is.
Yes.
She's at the farm.
She's at the farm.
I'm joking. Nah, she's at my mum's.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to America.
Yes.
America. I'm
Which
excited.
I'm actually very disappointed I'm not going.
Yeah, you could have came.
But I feel like next year we're going to have a plethora.
We are going to have a plethora.
A plethora. Is it plethora or plethora?
Plethora? Plethora.
Plethora.
We're going to have lots of travels.
Yes.
Many a travel.
Many a travel. We'll go pay our respects to the Queen.
Is this podcast meant to be about the Q&A or is that going to be tomorrow?
This is a Q&A.
Oh, this is the Q&A.
Well, I don't mind. We can either do Europe or Q&A tomorrow. Where are you feeling?
Let's go Europe.
All right, let's go Europe. Q&A's tomorrow. And yes, we are filming a few podcasts a few days apart.
I'm going to be away for so long. It's the only way we can do it. So
Yeah.
we thought we'll do one as a Q&A. So then that way it's more of a responding to your questions.
Yes,
But then
that's-
we'll do one purely focused on the Europe trip.
On the Europe trip. And we even have a map somewhere for those of you who are
it's
watching.
on your left somewhere.
No, it's on my
it's a-
right. We even have a map that we'll pull out and we'll have a look.
Michael, look at it. He obviously has no clue what he's doing.
I have
but-
no idea what I'm doing. Just watching me open the map is fun.
So the
Ooh,
forms are out.
the forms are out.
People can start applying to be our third wheel. Michael?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at a map.
So people can start applying to be our third wheel. If you are considering to apply,
Don't rush.
don't rush it. Take your time. Think about it. Like this, there's only one position, and you want to stand out. So instead of just filling out the form of the foot, Michael, I really want you to stop doing that. You're distracting me.
Well, no, because okay. Sorry, everyone. I like maps. Now, anyway, yes, you need to put a lot of effort into your application because this isn't a throwaway and it is an employment contract.
Yeah, so you'll pretty much get paid for 6 months.
Yes.
It's a paid 6 month position to work with us whilst traveling around Europe.
Yeah. And whilst we are looking for a fun, getting along person, there is a lot of grind in what we're going to be doing. So we want to reiterate that if you're not good, if you've not lived with someone else before and you're still living at home,
It's not really that big a deal. The main thing is you got to give evidence that you can be a hard worker.
Yeah.
And because the skill sets that we need aren't.
no, it's
Technical.
not. We need a driver and somebody that can handle being on camera. And
It's just to divvy up the workload. So it's not just Michael and I doing all the work.
correct, we need an extra pair of hands.
Yeah.
So one for driving, one for helping cooking, one for helping cleaning. But we're all taking
We're all
turns.
doing it. It's
but
just-
to have a third person, it's going to be one for sleeping.
Yeah. One person will get to sleep
One person will get to sleep.
for the whole trip.
But especially and if you're afraid of being on camera, I found the best advice when you're working with us on camera is not to think about being on camera, but just think about being yourself.
Just talk to us like you're talking to mates.
Correct. As soon as you start talking about like you're trying to impress people on camera, it'll come off really bad.
Yeah. So anyway, the forms are out. There's also the project manager position as well.
Yes.
And end of the day, if neither of the positions are there's no applications that are meeting the positions that we want.
Yeah.
We just won't employ anyone, and we'll just try and figure it out ourselves.
And we'll just do it a little bit slower.
Yep. But the end of the day, but the main focus is we're going to go do this trip, and it's going to be an adventure.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. It will be fun. You and I are taking a giant a risk and a big sacrifice with our family as well.
Yeah.
So we want to reveal that to our wives because apparently they listen to the podcast as well.
They do.
This is not done lightly.
We will miss them.
We will miss them, but
we will think about them.
We will think about them. But aside from it being a lifelong dream of yours, Paul, you and I do believe that we have an end goal that we're heading towards that will slingshot us into the future,
Mountains.
into the mountains, into the future of the conceptual sphere that we live
Mount
on.
Dooms.
Into the Mount Dooms of metaphorical doom, but of challenges.
Hopefully people will understand that we're actually kind of enjoyable to hang out with and watch.
Well, we've now got 71 Patreon.
It is growing.
Or is it 77?
No, 71, I think.
71.
It went up 7
We're in the 70s.
overnight.
Yeah, so the fact that 70 people are into us means that we should put all of our money and careers on this and our livelihoods and just do it. So 70 people, that's a pretty big focus group.
So the layout of how it's going to work while we're in Europe is every day we'll be climbing, or the objective is to progress towards the next country.
We'll be traveling or climbing.
We'll get to the country. Mm-hmm. We'll climb the highest mountain. Mm-hmm. When we get to that mountain, people can meet us at the base.
Yep.
If the mountain is like, I think Netherlands is like 14 steps, or maybe that's Luxembourg.
Yeah.
There's like 14 steps to the top. They can journey that 14 steps with us, or if it's a longer one, they can come along. So I know a lot of people are excited for the UK because this is the 3 Peak Challenge in the UK.
Yes.
And some people want to do the 3 peaks with us. So people can join us, but we're not going to go the pace of the slowest person. We're going to do it at our pace.
No, we're going to, and we are clearly the fastest.
So you could meet us at the country's mountain, and then we'll do that. And then after that, we'll go and do something fun in that country.
Yes,
which will also be a part of the video. So each country will have its own video, and it's meant to be about having a bit of a laugh, a bit of fun, and we'll be live streaming as much as possible.
Yes. And there are so many logistics that I want to hopefully figure out. And mainly it comes down to just, if we're going to stream it, how do we make sure that we're charged and we've got access? And if we're making a video, that's where my mind is.
Yeah, I think if we get one of those petrol generators and just put it in the back of the van, we'll be right.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
We'll crack a window open, yep.
What could possibly go wrong? The person sleeping in the back with the petrol generator.
We'll help them sleep.
And I think we'll rethink that just quietly. But we may have a connection to a van place. We might be able to talk to them through a friend.
You have friends?
I do have many a friend.
Flexing on me as always.
I have so many friend. But yes, I'm very excited for this trip, which will be happening.
The first trip will be 2 to 4 weeks, not happening either. I would assume Feb or March.
Yeah.
Most likely March.
Yeah, most likely March.
When I think about it, probably March.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot planned up until even like January.
Yeah, so we'll do a 2 to 4 week trip in Feb or March, and all March, and then the big trip will happen at the start of May.
Is Twitch on board?
In what way?
Have you told them about what you're doing?
Yes.
And are they on board with it?
With what?
Supporting.
Yeah, I guess. I'll probably have to get some front page access for some days, but
come on.
I don't think you understand Twitch.
I don't understand Twitch. I'm just assuming it's like a news standard, a news agency.
They might do something for our.
There's some kid on the side of the road yelling, extra, read all about it. That type of feeling.
I could probably organise something for our finish line through Twitch.
Oh, we have to do something. Like, I'm not doing all that effort to rock up to a TwitchCon and no one knows what we've just done.
Yeah. So the last trip will be, the big trip will be from the start of May, probably around the 10th of May, until TwitchCon, which is sometime in July.
Yeah.
So it'll be all of June, half of May, or most of May, and then sometime of July.
Yeah.
And then we will finish at TwitchCon in Paris.
Yeah.
So about 70 days, I'm thinking.
The second trip.
Yeah. And then, that will be, if we get to 30 countries, awesome. If we get to 45, wonderful. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Lovely. It's all very real, isn't it?
Once those forms went out, I'm like, well, no backing out now.
Yeah, shit. No. But no, Europe, we have a map. Where are you thinking that we start?
So the 2 to 4 week trip, we can really only do in 2 locations. The first one being the southwest, which is Portugal.
The southwest on here.
Yes, if you look at the Western Europe map.
Is that the Western?
There's a Western Europe map here.
Is that? All right, let's look at the Western Europe map.
So we're looking at Spain, Portugal, and the southwest area. The main reason for that is the weather, because it's going to be, if it's March, it's still going to be quite cold.
Yep.
And Portugal will still be quite warm.
So you want to do the first couple of weeks in the west of Europe?
Southwest, yes.
Southwest. So we're thinking of like Madrid.
Yeah.
And I always thought for some reason that Madrid was part of Italy.
It's in Spain.
That's awkward. And Lisboa.
Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Yeah, it's Lisbon.
But it has an OA.
Yes, I know. That's the European spelling.
I'm so excited to learn so many different new cultures.
Anyway, so we'll start in Portugal and go from the west, more central.
This place is called
Okay,
Afina.
Michael.
Sorry, I'm just excited.
So, otherwise, we start on the southeast, which we'll probably start like Italy and go to like Turkey.
Yeah.
And we'll do that whole southeast corridor.
Yes, and Turkey is the capital. No, it's not, but the capital is Istanbul.
I think so. Someone's correcting me today. I believe Istanbul is the capital of Turkey, right? And it's the only, or maybe it's the only city to be on the border of 2 continents. No, it's the capital.
Yeah, no, I think we're just going to say it is the capital, and that's what it is. Bad luck. Istanbul, you're the capital of
Turkey. It's the capital of
Turkey.
Turkey, and it's the only capital city to border 2 continents.
Okay, and if we're wrong,
being which 2 continents?
it would be Turkey and Latvia.
Yes.
Is the bordering country.
Continents.
Continent.
Continents.
We come from Australia. We're out in a rock out in the middle of the fucking ocean. We're.
This is who I picked to travel with.
I am very cultured. Thank you very much. So
I'm going to get shot because of you.
most likely, but you do speak Indonesian, which will be helpful
Yes, in Europe.
in Europe. I
Because?
speak a little bit of Italian.
Yeah, I know one word of Maltese.
What's that?
Shitter.
Is that the toilet?
No, it's rain. Why are you laughing at me?
The Maltese have such a beautiful language.
Yeah.
Look at the shitter. Please let it shitter today. The Maltese. Anyway, Europe. I'm very excited. I'm excited about trying all the different foods. I know you're excited about the journey and the climb, but I'm a big foodie.
No, I think food will be good.
I'm glad you've figured that out. It'll be amazing.
In Portugal, they've got these
Yes.
little custard tart things.
Yes.
And you just don't stop at one.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be like, oh, we've been training up all these months for this trip. And they'll be like, custard tarts.
How much weight and fitness do you actually think we're going to achieve in the next few months? Because it's apparently today is the day we start.
Yes.
And we've said that several times before.
I got injured. I fell out of plane.
You're injured. I had a child. I was into my exercise because you're like, do you want a treadmill? And then eventually I said yes.
I literally have a gap in my shed right now waiting for a delivery truck to deliver my new
and
treadmill.
we may actually be pausing this podcast halfway through to receive that treadmill.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do exercise. What am I going to do? Just ride the bike?
They're going to be here in 25 minutes, and that was 15 minutes ago.
All right, so we got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll do that the first half of the podcast.
First half of the podcast. and then
Pre-exercise.
So, yeah, we have the new treadmill that's rocking up.
No, I'm excited about different foods. Are you going to full commit and be like, if it's on the menu, you got to try it? And if it's something outrageous?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
I'm not even bullshitting.
Yeah. So we're talking
Like-
spiders. We're talking...
In Thailand, I ate fish eyes.
Yep.
In France, I've had...
But we've just got to...
Escargot?
Yeah, so snails. I just feel like if we're going to go there, we have to full commit to the culture.
I just had a really funny idea.
Are we going to offend the culture?
No, when I went to France, right, I was in Paris with my wife
Yes. Paris.
and my cousin, and we went to this restaurant, and it was pitch black.
Yes, nice.
And this is how cool it was. All the staff there are blind.
What?
Yeah, but the restaurant's pitch black, so it doesn't matter.
So including the chef?
Well, I don't know with them, but
Because that is
No,
an
like
insurance premium I would not be paying for.
But all the waiters and that, so they would take you to your table. You'd line up in a single line, and then you walk into a room. And from that point onwards, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have your phones on you or anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, wouldn't that be a good YouTube video? Maybe we could do that and actually have it so it's not pitch black for the camera.
So we have night vision goggles.
The camera is like recording in night vision.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there trying to eat in pitch
And
black.
would we be allowed to, you think?
I don't know. I think if we contacted them.
Yeah, just said, hey,
It was fine dining. It wasn't cheap.
Well, you'd be
It's
paying
so
for
funny when you're trying to pour your wine. They just give you the bottle. Like,
Yeah.
pour your wine.
it. Yeah.
We.
No, I once had to direct people who were blind into their apartment and explain that. And that was one of the most surreal things because you never have to think about like, that's where the light is. Can you please explain to me exactly where that is? Oh, okay. And then you literally have to kind of go over there and then touch it. And this is where the remote, and you're like, for the TV. And I'm like, why have I just told them where the TV is?
So for me, that those experiences that we'll have over there, like eating the random food, meeting people.
Are we going to go to the Moulin Rouge? Have you been?
How much time are we going to spend in France, do you think, Michael?
Well, that'll be the end of the trip.
Well, the end of it, yeah, maybe we could do that.
Yeah, but like, have you been to the Moulin Rouge?
I have not.
I went there thinking it was going to be more like the movie and not more like a lot of nudity. Don't get me wrong, nudity's fantastic. But when you go with your sister and your cousins, it's not as good.
I went to a sex show in France.
There's a sex show.
Oh, well,
Describe to me what a sex show is.
it was a show that was meant to be a little bit more risky.
Yeah.
And it was just, there was no sex, but it was just mostly like nude people dancing and
that sounds
stripping
like
and
the
stuff.
Moulin Rouge.
And it just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Treadmills here.
All right. So we're just going to take a quick intermission. Now, this has been the podcast. Unless you just want me to talk for the next 50 minutes
No.
by myself.
Let's pause it. I'll come back.
Oh, you don't trust me? That's a terrible click. And then I click my fingers like that, and now we're back like nothing has happened.
Yeah. I was just wiping my mouth.
And we got to see a new treadmill,
New treadmill's done.
which looks like a spacecraft.
Yep. So I'm going to be exercising again daily.
Yes, we're starting.
Starting today.
What are we going to work on?
Well, I'll probably try out a new treadmill. And
So should I try out the bicycle?
No.
Why not? Well, I just stand in the background and lift weights.
You can do weights. Oh, you can do treadmill too. I'll do a bit of treadmill. Then
Yeah, but my shoes are dirty now. I don't want to step on your new treadmill
we'll clean
dirty.
your shoes and then dry them.
Let's just do everything you want to do.
Yep.
But no, it's now legit. We both have treadmills.
Yep. I'm excited. I'm excited to start getting back into my fitness. It's actually been a really annoying thing because of the injuries, but I think we're going to be right now. I think we're going to be good.
Seeing as also you've said that we're doing a marathon and a triathlon, is that really going to happen?
Yep. I honestly think I could do a marathon right now.
Yeah, I reckon I could
I
as
would
well.
be in the hurt locker though.
I would crawl over the finishing line.
I'd be on stumps. Like all of my feet would be worn down, and it'd just be like these little bone like peg legs.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we could both do it and be funny as fuck to see us do it.
I think it would be pain.
Oh, so much pain. But I reckon we could do it.
Yeah.
But
I beat you.
I have found someone that can do you know how to swim?
I can swim. Yes.
My children's swimming teacher,
Yes.
he is going to give me some pointers for swimming.
I can swim, but if I do freestyle for a long period of time, I'm gassed.
Yeah.
Breaststroke, I can literally do for kilometers.
I can do breaststroke. I'm all about breasts.
Yes.
Like breasts, I can,
And having strokes.
and strokes. I can stroke a breast like you would not believe for hours.
But
And I mean that with swimming, not with the physical body of my own
no,
boobs.
boobs are disgusting.
No, boobs are gross. Except like women, they're great, but like, you know where I'm going with this.
Where are you going with this, Michael?
I am going that our female viewership is going up.
Yes.
And I'm excited about it.
Yes. So you like boobies.
I love boobies.
Have you seen Role Models?
No.
Okay.
Do I need to watch it?
No.
That
There was just a booby reference in that I thought would be interesting.
say the reference.
Oh, he's talking about you can't stare at boobs,
Yeah,
but they're everywhere.
they are.
And then it's like he looks out at that mountain and there's like two mountains and it's like
Correct.
boobs.
But to balance it out, I stare at penises as well.
To make the equilibrium.
Yes.
Yeah. Bulges. You don't stare at penises, you look at the bulges.
Kira, my beautiful wife, told me yesterday, she's like, are you going to be putting on different pants before you pick up River at school? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I can see everything. And I'm looking down in my workout shorts. It's a little bulge, but apparently I'm flopping about. And she's like, are you wearing underwear? So apparently I've just been on display and I don't have a big package.
And she's like just shunning you like that. Like it's...
You've met my wife. She shuns me like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but like still like... You should be able to flaunt your bulge.
I should be able to flaunt my bulge without any criticism.
Correct. I agree.
I don't do it as a sexual thing. I'm just being comfortable in who I am.
You know, like if you've got a male camel toe, so
Correct.
be it, you know.
I'm not. It's not erect. Like if it's erect, I get it. Like put that away. That's for obviously private time.
Especially around the children.
Especially around the children. Thank God we've brought that up. But you know, I should be able to. Yeah. So Kira, if you're watching, I should be able to have my bulge comfortable in the shorts that I wear,
and for all to see.
And without feeling shame.
And be proud about it.
And be proud.
Yeah.
Just as if she wants to wear something that makes her breasts comfortable.
Or look nice.
Or her camel toe. Where are we going?
No, but if she wants to, if
she is comfortable,
look nice in a thing,
yes,
in a top, that's the thing.
I'm not arguing.
No.
So
maybe some people out there appreciate good bulges.
You know what? Are there women out there? Because I've asked this before and haven't had many responses.
Ask your wife, partner, mother, or sister if they like a good bulge.
If they do on
like
the clothing.
But
I've also asked the question: how do women feel about the look of penises?
Yeah, they're disgusting.
They're horrible.
Yeah.
Like I've already told you that I look at mine and I say disappointment several times.
I just throw
fun story about my penis. Can I tell you my penis story?
Sure.
I am booked in to see a urologist because I'm going to be getting the snip.
Yeah, you've decided that 3 children is enough.
Yes, but I'm also going to be getting my foreskin chopped.
You just want more time off work.
Sure. But no, it's because I have a tight foreskin. It's horrible.
Well, I keep looking at a watch.
Kira just said it was very kind of you to buy me a gift.
Okay.
Because I sent a photo of the gift.
Yes.
Anyway, back to my foreskin.
It's tight.
It's very tight.
And you waited till you were 31 years old.
Well, no, I only really discovered this.
It's your 32nd birthday. It's like time to take off the skin.
It is. Well, I actually went to the doctor I went to the doctor 2 years ago about it, saying, "Hey, I'm having issues with my tight foreskin, obviously because I have such a large penis."
Yes. Underneath the skin.
Underneath the skin, that it's very tight, and they're like, "Cool, we'll put you in for a urologist appointment." And I got sent a letter saying you've been booked in, and you'll be seen at 2024. And that was in 2020. So I'm 2 years away to be booked in. So I've got two years more of contraception, which I'm happy to do. I don't think my wife should be going through taking the pill or the depot shot. That stuff fucks up women.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. Men should, seriously, boys, throw on a condom. Use some contraception. You don't know what that does to their bodies. It fucks them up.
Righto.
Yeah. Sorry, I just...
So you have to wait 2 more years to get your snip?
Well, unless I go private. And, I'm a cheap tight ass. I can't help that I'm a tight ass. I've literally...
He's like, give me some wet clothes. Okay, Michael, here's some more jumpers.
I've... recent times, since being in the mines and etc., I'm a lot more comfortable financially.
I was going to actually say, why didn't you do it when you're in the mines instead of getting sick leave from me?
Well, because I prefer to make you hurt.
Every day's hurt with you,
money
mate.
Out of your pocket is money in my pocket.
So, Europe.
So, yeah, I hope I will be doing the penis surgery after. Does anybody else have a tight foreskin? And
No, don't answer that question.
I just want to ask because,
No, we've already asked about the bulge.
That's true. A bulge. Let's just stick to the bulge.
Yep.
And are there any female viewers out there
that like the bulge?
No,
or are the bulge disgusting?
Just like it's our show.
No, there's no female people watching this.
Well, Christina watches it.
Yeah, besides how they're married, they're obligated to pay attention.
I don't feel like Kira feels obligated. No. She doesn't feel obligated.
Probably doesn't.
She started watching one video and she's like, "Oh, I just switched it off."
Is there somewhere in Europe you're not excited to go?
Russia.
We're not going to Russia.
I know, but I'm just, just
Ukraine?
with the current Ukraine again, a bit, just any war places, not super keen.
We're going to Ukraine.
I understand that, and I will, like I said, we'll full commit with safety, so we get home to see my beautiful babies because they mean the world to me, and your beautiful Flo as well. She'll be completely different by the time you get back. So will my baby girl. Oof. So how are we going to talk to them every day?
Video call.
Nice.
You know the internet?
I do know the internet. I'm just saying
mate.
this. So I was away for about 3 months on a contract. Video calls sometimes suck.
Yeah, we just won't talk to them every day.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just talk to each other.
Well, we'll be fine.
Oh, no, we'll be great. Anyway, Europe, it's going to be great. I'm actually, other than those places, I don't know. I'm actually excited to see many places.
I'm more excited to see the places that aren't your normal touristy places.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to Slovakia.
Slovakia.
Slovakia. You know, it's not Slovakia.
It's in the back of the throat.
Anyway, have you seen the movie? I've forgot the name.
Is it? Who's in it?
People that get killed for fun.
Saw.
No,
Hunger Games.
no, it's the one where they're some like hot chicks that are like partying in Slovakia.
Is it
and they go to a
Motel?
nightclub.
Is it Hotel? Is it Hostel?
Hostel.
Yeah, Hostel.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Yep. To the Hostel place.
The parties look sick.
But they end up dying.
No, one escapes.
Okay, so which one of us is going to escape?
Obviously, it's going to be me.
Why is it going to be you?
Because anything you do is
To be fair, how many times have I been hurt since we've been working together?
Yeah. So I know the warning signs.
You know the warning signs?
Yeah.
But also with your current coccyx situation.
No, my coccyx good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because you told me the other day that you're still hurting when you sit.
No, if I was to sit on the bike.
On the bike, okay.
That is a very
That's a fair
small
comment.
surface on the...
Yeah, but what if one of the challenges to survive is you have to ride your bike to safety?
I'll sit on a comfortable seat.
And it
if there's a
doesn't- and
roller
there's no
bike, I'll
seat.
pick the...
And
And in that situation, I just pedal. I don't sit down.
Oh, gosh. I remember seeing...
If you were going to murder someone in the movie Hostel,
Yeah.
what way would you do it?
Okay, so now we've gone from our previous podcast of like, if you were to kill the king to now, if you were to murder someone, how would you do it? I probably wouldn't murder someone. But
Okay, if you
all
had
right, let's
paid-
say if we were writing a story.
If you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to murder someone,
Okay, let's just say if we were writing Hostel 2, which it probably is.
there already is.
And we needed to figure out a way to murder someone. And I'm writing it for a creative viewership and I'm not actually planning to murder someone.
Sure, Hostel 3 then.
Hostel 3, the hosteling.
Yes.
I would probably, you know what? I've got a guy once told me what he would do to like someone in a situation and I can't repeat it.
All right. So in Hostel 2, if I remember rightly,
Yeah.
there's a chick that gets like a scythe
Yep.
and she like hangs the person from the ceiling.
Yep.
She slits their throat and then like has all the blood come down on her while
Nice.
she's having a shower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't actually know. Yeah. Now that I think about it.
this is a horrible conversation. Like literally, I'm just thinking like, how would I torture and hurt someone? And like creatively, I would just go, all right, I would just go Final Destination style where it's just a classic
Roller coaster.
a roller coaster, and there's like a zip wire
Did you hear
across.
about that roller coaster in Melbourne?
No.
So apparently some girl got hit by the roller coaster in Melbourne.
How do you get hit by a roller
I
coaster?
don't know. But she's like broken every bone in her body.
Jesus.
In a coma.
Oh no, I hope she's
I
all right.
actually don't like roller coasters.
I've never been on one.
To be honest, I enjoy them, but I don't like them.
Never been on one. And I feel like that's something that you and I will be doing.
I would much rather go skydiving than go on a roller coaster.
All right. Well, I haven't been able to give my opinion on that. So next time we go to, say,
Movie World.
Movie
There's
World?
Disneyland in Paris.
is there?
Maybe we'll take the kids.
I'd like to take. Oh yeah, we should do that. I want to take my kids to some sort of theme park,
Disneyland.
Disneyland. So yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That'll be exciting.
You don't watch much YouTube, do you?
I'm not really an internet
There's
person.
a YouTuber named Boy Boy,
Okay.
and he goes.
How do you spell it?
I think it's just BOY.
Nice.
Maybe it's BOI.
That's why I'm asking these questions.
Maybe it's BOI.
Because people are going to be asking like, oh, I'm going to look that up, and they'll type in BOY,
Anyway,
BOY,
he goes
and
to
they won't find it.
Disneyland.
Okay, go on.
to see if it will turn him gay.
Did it? Because that happens.
They kissed so much
Oh my gosh.
all over the park.
Because that's a
The
known
most
fact.
magical moments.
Known fact that Disneyland will make you gay.
Yeah.
Ask my sister, she's gay.
Well, it didn't. I don't think.
I do have to, because I love the comments of like why people thought my sister ended up being gay, and obviously it wasn't, just her as a person.
Wait,
but
there's been comments about that?
not in our world. I'm talking about growing up.
Okay.
People being like, it's obviously because she watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm like, that's not the reason why my sister has
Sarah
now
Michelle
come out
Gellar
and
would
revealed
turn me
who
gay.
she is as a person. It's clearly because she watched the L Word, which is a show.
Also seen that show.
Have you? Is it good?
Yeah. I think it was. At least the first few seasons.
Oh, there you go.
There was
But-
actually, because they were talking about in the L Word, they were talking about how the community is so tight and everyone knows each other
Mm-hmm.
that everyone's connected by 2 or connected by 3. So like like one person would have sex with this person who had sex with this person and they had sex with that person. So no matter where you are in the actual, like the lesbian world, you were all connected by 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How many people are you connected to, Paul?
In the lesbian world, none.
I mean, I've got a few. Not sexually, but through family.
That doesn't... You obviously don't know what sex is, but...
I've had it. I think I've had it. Kira said I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was supposed to cry.
You cry for everything. You cry all the time.
I do cry. I cry during the
How many times do you
birth.
reckon you'll cry in Europe?
A lot. Oh,
Really?
no, I'm pretty good.
Do you reckon you're going to miss home and start crying?
No, I go into very logical, gets shit done mode when I'm, and it will kind of all come out once I get back, or I'll write a song. Yeah.
We should try and build a skill set whilst we're in Europe.
What's the skill set?
I know, like
Duolingo and just learn another language. I've been trying to learn. I looked up what was the most common language in Europe.
And
One of them was German.
yeah, I'd
It was
say
like
German or
39%
French.
was German. So I thought, I'll start learning German. And then I was speaking to Nafa, our editor, and he's like, don't learn German. It's a horrible language. Learn Spanish.
Das ist mein Hamburger.
Das ist mein Hamburger.
Wie geht es Ihnen?
So now I'm
Sprechen Sie
into,
Deutsche?
if anybody's listening, could you tell me what language we should learn? That
How
would
many comments do you want them to write?
I don't care. This isn't interactive. Whilst they're watching, comment. Come on, guys. Interact. Bolges. What language should we learn?
I've already learned Indonesian.
Well, I don't care about what you've learned. Can you remember it all, though?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I could live there.
Okay.
I could live there and speak Indonesian and not need to speak English.
Are you going to take me to Indonesian one day?
Yes, we can go to Indonesian.
Cool. I'm very
I
excited.
wanted to go to Bali.
Yeah, but we really need to think about...
Bali, we don't need much Indonesian,
no,
but it'd be
but
funny.
the wife has put down the foot with what we spend. And by we, I mean you.
Yes.
And by you, I usually spend what you ask me to spend.
Yes.
So I'm just saying we need to lay off of the spending.
We could go Bali cheap. Jetstar flights, $100 return.
Just stay in hostels. What could go wrong?
I'd want something with a safe.
You want to go backpacking?
I'd want to go somewhere with a safe.
Yeah. You just don't want to rock up with the
Honestly, I'd be more afraid of our cameras getting nicked.
Oh, yeah.
So I think best case scenario, a cheapish hotel. We could do the whole trip for a couple of grand
It's fine.
for a week.
We'll
Take the live streaming backpack. Live
yeah,
stream
we
the whole
could, we
time.
could practice it. Yeah, definitely. We could climb a mountain. That would give us some, I don't know. These are conversations you need to have with your wife. But I don't think we can do the 7 days around Australia and that as well.
I think we could, but we
No.
just got to be.
Nope. Because we also have
Do
to
you think we could do
Do
that?
you think we could do everything? I like this. See, interaction. We don't need chat. We need
It
comments.
really comes down to
time.
like, well, it's mostly to do with my live streaming.
It's your live streaming, but also for me personally, next year is going to be a lot of days away, and I don't want to do it before I go too much away. I don't want to go like too many trips away.
I've already been thinking about it.
Go on.
After we get back from Europe,
You're just going to hire someone without kids?
no, I'm not going on any more holidays for a while.
Yeah, probably not.
At least big trips.
I guarantee-
I'm happy to do like family trips.
Oh, you probably
We
yeah.
could go like South Korea or Japan or
No, we should
or that.
definitely do a family
as
trip.
a family.
Well, kids will be old enough.
I'm already like, I'm gonna miss my daughter.
Yeah, it's going to suck, bro.
Nah, I'll be fine.
We will get through it. And I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't such a once in a lifetime opportunity, but also a opportunity for us to grow
Yeah.
the brand.
I really hope the idea of my videos, so there'll be like the montage of us doing the climbing bit
Mm-hmm.
and then all the funny shit we do for that country. I really hope those videos turn out really well.
Yeah,
Like one for just a bit of we can go back and watch that.
yeah,
Because I actually kind of think at the end of the trip, us going, hey, let's go watch over the France or,
Yeah.
like
let's
Bulgaria.
reminisce.
Like,
One of my favorite times when I went to Italy is I had a camera and I was in Rome and I was filming a cat in Rome. And I was like, look, it's a cat in Rome. And then I went, look, it's a catacomb. And I turned around and my cousins had walked off and I was like, guys, I made a funny joke. And they didn't hear it, but I laughed.
and you got the recording.
I have the recording and I
we
go
watch
back
it?
and I've watched it and I'm like, God, I was funny then.
Can we watch it?
I can find it.
Find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll post it.
Post it on Patreon, no context.
Yeah, no context. Follow our Patreon, guys. We are getting so many followers.
It is growing.
It is growing. We've said that at the start.
Yeah, you said it.
I did.
hadn't.
That's just people don't understand. Patreon,
It's exciting.
it's exciting. You get behind the scenes content, but it's also everything that you put in goes back into what we're doing.
Do you know what time we started this recording?
I have no idea.
We're just going to double check because
We've lost the feet thing. Remember the feet? 20 minutes we've been going for.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so we can go 9 more.
We can go 9 more. Oh! So what does that mean?
No, I like the idea. I think what's going to end up happening is the hardest part's going to be finding those fun things to do in those countries. And that's where it's going to be up to the people that are watching and commenting on our videos to go, hey, have you thought about going to blah, blah, blah? And then we'll be researching that on the fly.
A lot of it will have to be very ad-libbed to, well, it's too hard to get to that. Let's just go here and see if we can have fun. You know? Hi, we're content creators. We want to, can you film us? What's your best, surprise us with your best meal.
We could go to Germany and make a sausage, but we're in some random city. So
Yes.
we're like, let's just go to a sausage factory here.
Yes, we go to sausage factory. Or I love sausages.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm a big sausage fan.
Yeah.
And it's not just because we talked about my bulge. I love sausages.
Yeah, all I can think about is your bulge right now. But anyway,
But like sausages, mashed potato, gravy and onion, mushrooms.
Sauerkraut.
Can we have that for lunch today?
there's the German place.
Yeah, let's go to the German place.
I'll ask Christina.
I don't really mind what we do for lunch.
See if Christina wants
We've
to
got
come.
lots of work to do, but yes. See if Christina and Flo want to come.
Yeah.
Europe, fun times.
Yeah, so like I think that's what's going to end up happening with the funny stuff and the fun thing in each country is just like, all right, what's famous in Germany? Sausages.
Yeah.
Let's go to some place to make sausages.
Yes.
You know, like, and we'll just wing it.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens. Mm-hmm. I just think that's how it's going to be.
I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited in general. Well, I'm excited to find out who we choose, if we can choose someone for our third wheel.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of a culture shock, because there's one thing I've learned when you travel, there's a culture shock. You feel it. You feel the change. You feel homesick.
I'm pretty good with
Boomer
that.
experienced it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that because I've been around the world a couple of times,
Yeah.
or maybe more.
I've experienced
seen
as
the
well.
sights, I've had the lights.
No, I feel like you and I are
On
gonna.
every foreign shore.
Sorry.
But when my friends will ask me
Okay,
the place that I adore,
go on.
I tell them right away. Anyway, sorry. It took you that long to figure it out. Where I was going with that.
I did. It took me a while, but I clicked.
It's a song. It's
It
a
is
folk
a
song from Australia.
Very much so. They played that when I lived in England and moved home. They were playing that song on the plane, and I cried then.
Oh,
Still call Australia.
that's not the same song.
What? Didn't you
Me
say I've
home
been?
among the gum trees.
Oh, gum trees. I thought you said I've been to cities.
No.
I've been to cities. Da, 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 da.
Anyway. Culture shock.
Yeah, it will.
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine as well, but I'm hoping, but not just a culture shock. When you're meeting two new people, to feel comfortable with them, to be yourself, that'll take them a few days,
Yeah.
if not a week.
You know what I'm honestly thinking, and this is going to sound weird.
What?
Not weird, but we haven't spoken about this at all. But when we do our 2 to 4 week trip to Europe, at the end of that trip, if they're not from Australia, they'll come home with us.
Yeah.
And then they'll stay with us until we go back to Europe.
Yeah.
So by the time we go to Europe for the big trip, they've already spent 2 months with us.
Yeah.
So, be a month in Europe, 6 weeks after it, and then back across.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like a 6-month contract. It's not just,
Yeah.
you're going to spend a lot of time away from home if you get the job.
Yes. But some people don't want to be home.
To be honest, when I was young, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Like, if I could have been traveling, I would have done it. I joined the military and it was a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And before that, I was kind of lost.
I was a young pup. I think I was.
You got married too young.
No, I'd experienced quite a lot at a young age. By the time I was 21, so I got married at 23. By the time I was 21, I'd lived in a different country. I'd had a full-time job. I'd studied and gotten a diploma. I'd been around the world
A couple of times,
a couple of times,
maybe more.
Give me a home among some trees.
Seen the sights. I've had delights on every foreign shore.
I've lived different cultures. I'd been on stage in front of thousands of people.
He was a rock star.
I was a rock star in a very weird setting.
His dad was famous.
Look, I respect everybody's decision to do what they want to. So I grew up very religious. I'm not a religious man myself anymore. I'm more a man of science. But my parents, they run churches. Used to. My dad's more of a consultant now, which is it's good for him. He's enjoying it. I don't want to be too insulting to my beautiful family or anything like that. But
you hate them. You hate them with all your heart.
I love my beautiful parents. But I pretty much grew up in the church, and it was quite a popular church, and averaging between 2,000 to 3,000 people every Sunday. And when you grow up and your parents are the pastors or the reverends or the priest or whatever you want to call them, and it was more of an up and about church, I was in the eye of everyone performing at a very young age. So I'd experienced a lot. So I got to play with some incredible musicians like Tommy Emmanuel, James Morrison. When I say I played, I was trumpet number 5 in the background.
So to you guys, this might be really new and exciting, but Michael has told me
I've told
these
this story
so many times.
But I feel like I need to let them know because I've hinted it a few times.
Yeah.
I'm not a religious man myself personally, but I grew up and I only kind of got out of the church at the age of between 18 to 20. So, yeah.
So pretty much what we're saying is
Hail Stan,
and that we're excited to travel Europe.
We are very excited to travel Europe,
and it's going to be good fun. Hopefully, we find a really good third person.
Yes,
I saw someone's comment was like, "I really hope you find someone good because I'd hate them to be boring and ruin the content." I was like, "Yeah." Now you put that in my head. Thanks for rejecting that to me.
We're going to choose someone as worse as we can.
I was going to say someone's name then, and I was like, oh, I better not say that. No, okay, I'll say what I was going to say. I was going to say, imagine we had Nafa and it was just sitting in the background with like doing his comments.
With a mask on with just your face on it.
Now, Nafa's lovely.
I would actually love having him along on the trip.
It would actually be really fun.
Because I think he would be the dark horse of humour. I just don't think he enjoys the limelight.
No, he wouldn't like being in the camera.
Yeah,
no.
He doesn't enjoy it.
But he would actually be really
But
funny.
I actually want that a little bit. Like, I kind of, like when you have someone that's too keen for the camera, that's when it gets like cringe.
I'm trying to figure out like the right temperament that I'm trying to like, that I would like.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like a mix of you and I.
Honestly, if someone was just really hardworking, that would make
Even if we took bloody...
I think the banner would come out.
Lady
anyway.
of Chaos's partner, Zach. Was his name Zach?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, let's bring him. He was great. Fuck, he'll be a fucking workhorse. He'll go for miles.
He'll be like, I'll drive.
Yeah, I'll drive. Don't worry about the camera.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, camera's on, don't care.
Well, I made your beds for you.
Yeah, done everything.
I'll tuck you in, mate. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Oh, I'll carry you up the mountain. Fuck, thank you. He was amazing.
I'm tired, Zach. I got it, mate.
Zach, we've mentioned it before, but if you're listening, and fuck, I hope his name is Zach. He holds the Hail Stan sign up during the Collada video, but if it wasn't for him, he was like, he'd just finished a night shift and literally worked setting up lights, doing cords, moving fences, and he didn't even want to be on camera. He's like, nah, I'm not keen. I'll just help you boys out. Nah, I'll do it. Nah, I'll do it. Loved it. So good.
Yeah. I suppose at the end of the day, we could have someone that's just like that.
But who's just keen to have an adventure and doesn't worry too much about the content side of it.
Yeah.
We just want them to understand that, if you don't mind being on camera every now and then. And people,
but we're also got to be able to get along with them. I think that's the main thing.
And they've got to have a Twitch etiquette. That's important. Or else we'll be pulling over being like, here's the next flight. See ya.
And on band.
Yeah.
Rest of the week got banned in Europe.
Yeah. And had to cut his 70-day trip down to 7.
All right, Michael, we probably should wrap this one up here.
We should. This has been fun.
Make sure you like and comment for the YouTube algorithm if you're watching on the YouTube. If you're listening on any of the other platforms, thank you so much for listening.
Make sure you answer all our tasks. Comment on the first video.
The bulge.
Comment on the first video, the bulge. Probably something about my foreskin. Are there women on this channel? Europe. Other things. Go through and answer all the questions. How would you murder someone? How would you murder? No, don't answer that one. We can't have that in the comments.
But yes, thanks so much for watching. And tomorrow we're going to be filming the Q&A stuff. So
which will be.
It would already been. Don't put your Q&A stuff in this question because it should have been in last week's podcast. We're getting all the questions from that podcast, and also I put a thing up on Instagram. We're going to write a big list of questions and try and get through as many of them as possible.
Yes.
But if you want to help support us, the patrons, the best way you can do it.
Yes, please.
There's we do monthly catch-ups.
Yeah, we had one just
It's
before.
7 people in there with us.
It was fun.
It's great.
We had
and,
John.
there's
Let
all
me
the
name them.
behind-the-scenes
Let
stuff
me name
and the
them.
bonus podcast
Let me
bits.
name the guys. There was John. There was Turtle, who was Nick. There was